Bachelor Canada's Morning After Chats on BT are brought to you in part by Skinny Cow Delicious Milk Chocolate Dreamy Clusters.
And this is it, the last one, because the big finale was last night. Tim chose April Brockman.
That's right. The episode started off with a few answers to some questions when he had his kind of last one-on-one date before the final rose ceremony. And she kind of explained to him as they sat on the beach, waves crashing at their toes, that she had some time to sit and look at the sunrise that morning in Tahiti and really just think about what she wanted in life and gather her thoughts. And she decided that what she wanted was to stay there and to have the opportunity to be with him.
That's right. So last time we saw her, she was very overwhelmed by the whole process, even told him that she wanted to go home. So good for her and good for him that she stayed because, of course, they are together. But we don't know that at this point. So at that point, she just apologizes and says, you know, that she has some clarity. And then Trish also gets a last chance as well.
That's right. Now, this was one episode, one season of The Bachelor where I really had no clue at this point as to who he was going to choose. He and Trish had a lovely date there in Tahiti as well. They attached a love lock to the bridge there and threw away the key, and he said that he really could see himself going back there in 10 years to that spot and seeing if the lock was still there.
Ultimately, though, it led to this.
You're intelligent and smart and witty, and you made me so happy. I could totally see a life with you. But my heart's more fully somewhere else.
Oh, Trish.
I almost got a little emotional watching that. I really liked getting to know Trish through the season.
She's
and
fun.
She was really feeling pretty confident, I think, going into that in her connection with Tim and how easy it had been to that point. But
yeah,
she went home with a broken heart, and April and Tim got to experience a beautiful proposal out in Tahiti.
That's right, with a beautiful ring, courtesy of Michael Hill there, which Tim got to pick out himself based on his lady of choice, and April, of course, saying yes, and there they were, whisked off into the sunset.
That's right, I like that. It was very cute. When he asked her if she'd marry him, she goes, yeah, I will. And their kiss, too, was, you could tell just how excited he was to be able to give her a real kiss. This is their first kiss as in a relationship, really.
Yes,
there
and
it was.
Fully able to express himself to her and doesn't have to hold back anymore. So after the big finale, though, was after the final rose, where Trish had a chance to talk to Tim a little bit about what kind of went wrong, or maybe where some of the mistakes were made in the relationship.
That's a question that you ask yourself about every relationship that doesn't work out. In this case, it was not that there was something that was missing, but it was that there was something that overshadowed what we had, unfortunately.
Would you agree, Trish, in hindsight?
Oh yeah, like watching back, at the time, obviously I just didn't understand. I was like, how did this happen? I'm so confused. But watching, you guys are adorable. So cute.
Very gracious of her.
Yeah, she presented herself quite well there, got some questions answered, hopefully maybe some closure, and we get to chat with Tim and April, the future Bachelor Canada couple, coming up on BT.
That's right, 7:35 this morning. They'll join us live from Toronto. More BT coming up. Stick with us.